Hello, everyone. Let's see here. La, 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 la. How's everyone doing this Friday? I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Let's see here. Today is FUNDAY Friday. Making sure people. Let's see here. Okay, so how's everyone doing on this FUNDAY Friday? How's your day going? Let's see. Mm. Today is FUNDAY Friday. Come on in, make yourselves at home. You all have had a hard day at work. What's going on, CC? Welcome in, make yourself at home. Everyone. Relax, kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the. Oh. So sit down. Y'all know today is FUNDAY Friday. So, yesterday I stated that I was going to do an interview. So today I went about my day and I went to the mall, the Lenox Square, because I had to see, they were saying they put metal detectors and everything in the mall. So I had to see for myself. And not only I had to see for myself, I need to do a little interview with someone. So I went in a particular store and I'm just browsing around and everything. And so I runs into a young lady. She's just, working. So I just kind of scope out and I was like, she said, "Do you need any help?" I said, well, I'm just browsing around. I said, "How are you doing today?" And she said, "I'm doing fine. I'm just, I got all this sugar in me." I said, "Okay." I said, "So you really bouncing around like a ping pong ball." Ping pong ball. So she goes to laughing. I'm sitting up there and I'm like, "Oh, okay." I said, "So," and I look around. I said, "So what's going on with the metal detectors? Do they have them at the doors?" And she said, "Well, they haven't put them in yet." I said, "When they put them in, because as a patron, I want to feel my safety and security." So I say. So she said, well, that's what they're working on. And I said, "Well, I was just kind of keeping up with the articles, the crime started, around about October, just throwing out a date. Like I don't be knowing what be going on some of the times." So she said, "Well, really, it started September of last year." I say, "Really?" She said, "Yes." She said, "Because it didn't hit the media, but it was so-called allegedly a fight in the mall." But she said a fight in the mall doesn't cause the whole mall to go scattering about. And she said, "Really, it was a shooting, but they didn't let it get out." I said, "Okay." I said, "So what about the metal detectors?" Because I just walked in the mall, and of course, I mean, some areas I wasn't seeing the metal detectors. So she told me, she said, "Look at that door over there." She said, "Usually most of the time there's a policeman. They've started to up security, and policemen usually be at the mall. Well, that particular entrance." And I said, "Okay." I said, and I looked. I said, "Where is he at?" She said, "I don't know, but it'll probably be someone back there." She said, "But they really, hyped up security and everything." And she said, "Oh, Saturday is a good time because they have about 15 to 20 or 30 police is just, manning down the mall." So as she began to tell me, she said what they're doing. So for those of you that you have warrants on you, Lenox Square would not be the place for you to go, because what she was stating was they are going to have people in place to cut down the crime. They're going to have people in place there. When you pull up in the parking lot, they're going to run your tag. And if you have a warrant on you, they're going to slap them cuffs on you, and pretty much you're not gonna get in the mall, and you're gonna wonder why you get in the mall. And that's what we was talking about. And I said, well, some people, they don't know if they have warrants out on them. And, and I said, because that's why uncle of mine, we was talking about, you might want to go to the DMV just to do a checkup to see if you got warrants on you. Because some people, they driving around and they get pulled over for speed, and them folks, they introduce Miranda out to them. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you, wait, hold up. What did I do? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do, it will be held. And you're looking like, what did I do? But you didn't know you had that warrant out. See, that's how it's going to be at the Lenox Square. And that's what they preparing about. So she was telling me about mostly on the weekends, they're going to have, like the dogs that sniff and see if you got any type of weapons, or you trying to bring a cannon in the mall and you trying to set it off, and you trying to set it off the movie in the Lenox Square. So they're gonna have those type of things in place. I said, so when are they talking about doing this? And she told me she didn't know. Now we set up we had a lovely conversation. I could have just grabbed the table, got us 2 chairs, and we sat down and had some tea or some coffee. Yes, Miranda. I don't want to get introduced to Miranda, because Miranda, she that bad chick. You really don't want to get to know. You don't want to get to know Miranda, because Miranda is that chick. She's that chick. See, she's that chick. So I said that now, after I left her, I say, I need to go see if do I see some metal detector. And she said, usually they probably gonna put them at the front. Okay, once I left her, I went right out this store and I marched myself up to the front. I'm looking for metal detectors, but I did so happen to see a policeman there. And then I did so happen to see other policemen. They kind of like mingled around. And I said, oh, okay, they kind of doing a little something at the mall. But even though I get on here and I be acting silly and goofy and everything else, but there are little nuggets that I throw in. But I noticed, I ain't been to the Lenox Square in a while. I noticed it is a lot of black people in that mall. And I'm sitting around looking, I'm like, oh, these black people in this mall keep this mall going afloat. And I say, as black people, if we can come in, no, let me throw this out here. I'm not racist, prejudiced, or anything. But if as black people, if we can come together and keep these folks in business at this mall, we can come together and do a lot of things. We just got to be on the same page, because see, just hypothetically, speaking of the Stonecrest Mall, I just throw this out here. The whole premise of building the Stonecrest Mall a few years ago, the Stonecrest Mall is in Lithonia, Georgia. They built that mall because they wanted the black dollars to circulate within the community. And instead of the black people that live in Lithonia going to Buckhead Drive in the Lenox Square, they wanted to keep the money circulate, and they built the Stonecrest Mall, because they wanted the people to pretty much have the money circulate in there. So the power of demand, like I just named, you got all the black people that be at the Lenox Square. They wanted the black people to demand that a lot of the people and a lot of designers demand some of the designers to put their stores by the power of the dollar in the Stonecrest Mall, demand that some of their stores be coming into the Stonecrest Mall. So the black people don't have to drive to Lenox. Did it work? I wanted to say something else, but I'm going to say, no, it didn't work. Woo, I have to be careful what I say on this camera because no, it did not work. Because right now you go to the Lenox, you go to the Stonecrest Mall, it have become the Babysitters Club. Most of their store, it's not like it used to be when they first built it, but that was the premise of why they built the Stonecrest Mall, because they want the black dollars in it. But black people still were going to and I guess maybe because of the atmosphere and the surroundings of the Lenox Square Mall, because really the Lenox Square Mall is diagonal across from Phipps Plaza, which is another mall that have more high-end stores, probably more pricier. They kind of run neck and neck, but Phipps Plaza have more high-end stores, and the but the black people still go to that mall. So that was the whole premise of they building this Stonecrest Mall. But you see how that worked out. But speaking of the black dollar and the black power, if we were to come together, like how we was in that mall, you seen what happened when we all came together and we supported the movie Black Panther. We caused that movie to shoot through the roof. So just imagine if we come together and we want to make changes in our community, in our city, in our state, the power of the vote. And the things we was to come together, we could do a whole lot in the community. But no, you have some of us black people some of us want to be in control. Some of us we want to get the credit. Who gives a flying flip? Who gets the credit? It's the big picture that we have to look at, people. And we wonder why white people get ahead like they do. They stick together. Half of us don't. We got half of us go snitching under the table, letting stuff. No, 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 no. I'm so sorry. I mean, it's just, it is how it is. So that's what I went about today. Yes, my day was FUNDAY Friday. I went out there and I had bought my niece a few pieces of clothes. You know, and I was thinking about it. I should have bought her. You know, them people. Some of you may know this. You know those people that used to come to the door back in the day. They used to knock, 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 knock. We are selling the encyclopedia, whole index file, and they give you a box of books, and if back in the day you would use those encyclopedias to do research. I should have bought her some of that. Because you know, these kids these days, they don't like to read. They think technology is everything. That you get them a phone at 2 years old. Actually, now they're starting to get phones at 1 month old. You getting a child a phone at 1 month old. Tomorrow you getting them an Apple phone for what? 2 years old, you getting them an iPad. 4 years old, you getting them an iPad and an Apple phone for what? Then these kids get in these school system. They can't even read an analog clock. And you know, an analog clock, for those of that are around my age and older, an analog clock was something that we was taught how to read in kindergarten, the first grade, second grade. You was taught how to read an analog. I was in the classroom with a guy the other day, and he asked me what time it was, and I'm looking at a big old clock on the wall. And just a sidebar, FYI, they're starting to take the analog clocks down because the kids say they can't read them. If y'all don't teach them children that are corn something, that's why he don't try to read it. Teach them. So he's talking about some Mr. J, what time is I'm looking at the clock on the wall and looking at him like, dude, you don't see that clock on the wall? Right there in the center of the class. And then he tells me, okay, what time does it say? And I'm looking, come here. You come here. Can you please tell me what's the disconnect between you reading that clock on the wall and he tells me. He said, I don't know how to read that clock. Wait. What? Wait. You don't know how to read, and you in what grade? Eighth. You in what grade? Eighth. You in what grade again? And he tell me he don't know how to read the clock. So I'm sitting up there, why you don't know how to read? And I asked him and I calm it down because when you in the education system, you know what's going on and you know what's not going on. So he said, well, we was never taught how to read them type of clocks. He said, I know how to read my phone clock. It's digital, duh. But I don't know how to read that clock. That clock that on that wall, it wasn't written in Roman numerals. It was written in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But the understanding he couldn't read the clock. The long hand is the seconds, the minutes. No, it's the minutes. The short hand is the hours. The hand that's ticking around every so often is the seconds. So the little children of the corn, he couldn't read. I don't know if children of the corn or he was like that little girl off Orphan. He couldn't read the clock. So, oh yeah, CC, you are so right. They don't even teach them. Yeah, since you said that, CC, they didn't teach them how to write in cursive anymore. They don't. Like the kids be wondering, like, oh, Mr. J, you write in cursive. I don't know how to write in cursive. How did you learn how to write in school? Like, they don't teach you how to write in cursive. So let me fast forward this. Children of the Corn and Orphan and Seed of Chucky and Chucky of the Bride and Michael Myers. I don't understand when you go out there and go to the bank and everything else, and they ask you to sign your name. What are you going to sign? You going to print, and they're going to ask you, can you sign your name? You can't even write in cursive. I guess you're going to put an X. You just going to put an X. Jingle bell, X. Jingle bell, I need you to sign your name, X. So how you going to sign your name? They are not teaching these kids. Oh, I almost like this. I done said it now. They ain't teaching these kids nothing in the school system. They just passing them along. Oh, I shouldn't be saying this. Oh, because Lord, if I need a job in the school system and they come back and view this video, it's the truth. Oh, well, y'all know y'all ain't teaching these kids nothing. Y'all just passing them along and they getting on these folks' job like the little girl did Taquisha yesterday. Yes. What would you like on your order? Oh, okay. Don't know how to write in cursive, don't know how to read. Y'all, but education system, y'all better start teaching these kids, and then they get in the real world and they get bloop. Bloop. Oh, they gonna print. Half of them don't know how to print. They gonna remember that movie we was watching, Peppermint, and she knocked on the lady door, CC. And when she opened the door, the lady went bloop. That lady went bloop. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's happening to most of these kids when they get out in the real world. They getting blooped. Because they're like, nobody didn't teach us this. Nobody didn't teach us, oh, this is how college is. Nobody didn't teach us when we get on these folks' job. They're not gonna say, oh, okay. Oh, you didn't set your alarm clock. It's okay. It's okay. You was 2 hours late. We're gonna try this again tomorrow. Oh, you not getting the job. You don't know how to read or retain information. Oh, it's okay if you destroy our property. We'll just get some more money and we'll just go buy some more stuff for you to tear it up because you didn't halfway get educated when you was in school. Oh, I thank God for the teachers that we had in school. Yeah, they might have been rough, but they taught us something. Oh, yes, they did. They taught us something, know how to write in print, cursive, know how to read clocks, analog clocks, Roman numeral clocks, know how to write out Roman. And some of the kids don't know how to write in Roman numerals. But, that's a whole nother different subject. Am I on here to teach or am I on here to do FUNDAY Friday? We'll do teaching on throughout the week. This is FUNDAY Friday where we're gonna have fun and we're gonna stuff our face with stuff. But that is what I'm up here doing. I'm up here having fun. But I think I've been on here long enough. Even though I can be long, I can find another topic to actually run over into the teaching segment and into the Lenox Square segment. But I've been on here long enough. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this live. I hope you have been educated, empowered, inspired, and caused you to get up out of your seat. Yes. And do your thing, because y'all know we are winding it down, y'all. Y'all. Paula Dean can say, y'all. We winding it down, y'all. It is December 18th. We are winding 2020 down. We are hopping up into 2020. This is what 2021 doing. 2021 is peeping around the corner. Here I come. I'm coming in. I am coming in. That's what 2021 is doing. So we have to be strategic. And there's some things I'm doing privately to align myself because I have to have a better year than I mean, this year was a wonderful year for me, but you want to do it better and better and better and better. So I hope you all enjoyed this live. Make sure you click that subscribe button and those bells. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell. Rock. Click those bells and share it with someone. They probably get inspired. They probably laughing if they don't urinate on themselves laughing. And yeah, share, like, subscribe, click the bells. And you enjoy your Fun Day Friday. Talk to you later. Bye, CC. And thank you all for tuning in. Ooh, I got on my collar today. I think I should have wore a different shirt today because I should not. I just put this shirt on. I wonder, should I go change? What am I going to change for? I ain't going nowhere. Ooh, bless you. And no, it wasn't the corona neither. So you all enjoy your day. Enjoy your Fun Day Friday. Be safe during the weekend. Bye.